sweethearts are like, hey, is everything okay? Like, do you need to go curse somewhere, or just like if you need something to punch, we have a lot of trees out in the backyard. Like, I'm like, nah. So I explained to them what's going on. And they're like, wow, that's a bunch of shit. So, I tell them what's going on, and I'm just like, I don't know what my fucking options are here. Like the only option I really have is like I can move back to Rhode Island, stay with my parents, and just kind of call it quits for right now and just see what other options that I have here.
Right, readjust and
just kind of like step back from everything, just be like, okay, what the fuck is going on?
See, that's why, again, I know I've said it already, but that's why I've kind of steered away from it. I've heard multiple stories to that. I've heard from Braden. I've heard from a few people just how people get treated, and it's terrible.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
And in a business that's supposed to be entertaining and fun, you treat your workers like crap, pay them like crap.
Yeah. And it was kind of fucked up because like one of the last few years at ZLX that I was there, I overheard the program director talking about how much money that ZLX had made for CBS Radio, which doesn't fucking own them anymore. Huzzah! He said like ZLX made like $20 million. I'm like, wow. So I guess it's not out of the realm of possibility to at least ask for a fucking raise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You would think.
You would think.
Yeah, but how's the big guy going to get the next addition on his house or his next Maserati or
he needs
whatnot?
Or he needs a new yacht that's 5 feet longer.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Like,
well, he's got to keep his mistress away from his wife, and that's not cheap.
Dude, you have no idea how accurate you are with that one. I've heard stories.
See, it's a cliche for a reason. Old cliches are old cliches because there's some truth to them.
Yeah, but it's like, man, like the program director of ZLX, he was always a fucking dick to me. Like even like in a social setting, like we went to Braden's wedding. After the wedding reception, there was some time to kill before the actual after the ceremony, there was time to kill before the reception.
Like a cocktail hour or whatnot.
Yeah, like cocktail hour, like, hey, here's food and whatnot, there's a candy bar and whatnot. So there was time to kill before that. So one of the guys comes up to me and says, hey, man, me and, the other guy, we're going to go drinking at this bar. It's like down the street. He's like, you want to join us? So I was like, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I'll join you guys. He goes, by the way, the program director is going to be joining us. I'm like, oh, shit. He's like, come on, he's not a bad guy outside of the station. Fast forward to about 5 minutes later, there he is, there's me, the program director, his wife, and the two show hosts. We're in this fucking bar that looks like it could have just doubled for like a set for Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice.
I'm kind of digging it. I was like, all right, it's kind of creepy. I kind of like it. I'm just like, expect some shit to go down.
Well, at least it'd be on something that would be more of your home turf than his.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay, I've seen this scenario before. I know where I'm going. Like, I know what not to do here.
Right.
So, but yeah, so I'm dressed up, black pants, black shirt, and like a neon, like bubblegum pink tie.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking that looks fucking sharp as shit.
Yeah, it does.
It does. I'm
I used
thinking.
to have one of those ties. I ruined it, but I used to have one of them.
Yeah. So I like in my head, I was like, fuck it, man. It worked for Bret Hart. It worked for Dee Snider. It could work for me. What the fuck? Those colors, they work really well together.
Yeah, they pop.
Yep. So there we are sitting down drinking drinks, and program director's just cracking gay jokes at me. I'm just like, okay. I know the situation. It's like, okay, he can make fun of me as much as he wants. I can't say shit back to him.
Yeah. Well, that's all right, because people like that now seem to be the ones on call.
Yeah. But it's, in retrospect, dude, I should have fired everything I should have had at him. Like, I should have looked at him like, dude, you don't have the only way you would have a funny bone in your body is if Braden fucked you in the ass.
Yeah, well, he was probably the guy who was the bully in school and everything else, too.
Yeah, and apparently, who was it? There was this former intern that was working as a board op for for ODS. Her name's Donna. I think she still works there. I'm not 100% sure, but her thought was that he was pissed off at me because the guys accepted me. They said, hey, we're buddy with you. You're essentially one of the boys.
Yeah.
And he's still kind of like on the outside because like he's their boss and he's a dick and whatnot. Why can't they be my friends? Exactly.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
There's a little self-esteem making him bust your balls for no good reason, just because he can.
Yeah. And he knows, like, okay, I can't say shit back because he's going to make my life even worse.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, but yeah, the guy was a miserable fucking prick. But the weird part is, like 3 months, it was like 3 months after I quit the New Hampshire station, I came back here, I got a job with Home Depot, and they're like, hey, we're going to pay you $10.25 an hour. I'm like, you're kidding me. I'm starting, and I'm already making more money than I did in radio? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it really sucked, because, like the ZLX job, that was like the only job I've ever had where I loved both the job and the people that I worked with. I was like, man,
that's a hard thing to find.
Exactly. I'm like, man, this is the fucking tits, man. Like, I got to keep this going, man.
No. Because, I mean, like, my job now, I work for an insurance company. I work in they call it the marketing outreach department. Basically, any reason this insurance company has to call out to members, my department does it. I'm the lead rep there, so I kind of keep an eye on everybody, kind of keep things regulated and going smoothly. And I'll make calls, too, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the job itself, could be better. It pays good benefits, so that's what keeps me there.
Yeah.
But it's hard to find that, and to find the good balance of both liking your job, which, like I said, my job is okay, but I wouldn't say I like the job. Yeah. I just don't hate it.
Yeah, it was so fucking miserable. And, like, I'll tell you the thing that really, like, led to me getting let go was I fucking snapped at the guys. Like, just full on just snapped, started screaming and whatnot.
At the on-air? At the on-air talent?
Not at the on-air talent. Not on the air, but, kind of off the air.
Okay.
Because, Braden was going away on vacation, and so they needed a producer to fill in. And every time that has happened, like whether it be for his wedding or for this or for that or whatever have you, I was always skipped over. And like the first 2 times I was like, all right, you know what, maybe they don't think I'm ready for it. They don't think I'm responsible enough for it. All right, whatever. I let it slide. It wasn't my hill to die on.
Who'd they use? Because, I mean, you were there every day.
They brought up these guys from the Sports Hub.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, well, they're in the basement. They can, fuck it. They can work with you guys. I'm just like, all right, doesn't that kind of work like counterproductively? Like, that's like the marketing rep for McDonald's saying, hey, I'm going on vacation. Hey, guess what? I'm bringing this guy in from Burger King. He's going to be running the marketing department for a while.
Just till your boss gets back.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Well, good thing you're the producer. Doesn't that mean you should have been next in line? You would think. You have the title.
Yeah, I would think. So,
still not the pay, but you had the title.
So,
jerks.
Yeah, fucking, wow. Fucking, yeah. So, it's a wonder why I don't drink anymore. So anyway,
you don't drink any less either.
Well, that's true. Well, no, just no alcohol anymore. It's like CM Punk, like straightish. So,
I actually had to stop drinking alcohol. I recently found out that I have a fatty liver.
Yeah, that ain't good.
No. That's all right, though. I even named my fantasy football team after it. It's Fatty's Liver is my football team's name right now. Which is awful, so it's going well. But...
That sounds like a good name for a blues band, though, or like a funk band, like Fatty's Liver and the Kidney Stones.
First song is Passing It On.
Yep. See, I fucking dig that. But so anyway, so like the last time Braden goes on vacation, they bring in this cat Billy from... he did this other podcast called the Mike and Billy Show.
Okay.
But he was kind of like Carter Allen's right-hand man. Like, you remember the guy with the bicycle handle, like, mustache and whatnot? Yes. He was brought in for, like, the first half of the week up until, like, Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday was another guy from the Sports Hub. And I'm just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Again.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Fucking again, man.
How many times was that? Like,
that was, like, multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no good.
I was like, fuck it.
It shows you your worth. And I mean, well, not your worth, but it shows you what they think you're worth. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah. But it was kind of fucked up because, like, one of those first few days, we were doing that bit, Pete on the Street. You know, for those that don't know, the bit was the guy Pete would go around on the street.
Pete on the street.
Yeah. So he would go around on the street. He would talk to people about, like, some current topic, like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And we would throw in, like, goofy sound effects or movie clips or whatever have you to kind of accentuate the point or just kind of make a joke about it.
Yeah.
This guy Billy didn't really know, like, it seemed like he wasn't really familiar with it, so he's asking me, like, hey, man, do you have a quick second to help me out with this? So I was like, yeah, sure. All right, yeah, let's edit this down. Let's make it about 2.5 minutes, 2.5 minute long clip. Let's get this. Oh, hey, it would be a great job. Let's do this right here. And he goes, all right, man, this sounds great. We pass it by Pete. He's like, I love it. Put it in the system. Put it in the system. They air it, fucking laughing their asses off. I'm like, huzzah, that's fucking great. I love that. So after the show, go to the green room, talk to, the morning show, just like, all right, it was kind of a good show. All right, yeah, great job with that. Yeah, yeah, like this joke you did with this. Program director just kind of like saunters in like the douche that he is. And he's like,
permeates into a room. He doesn't really enter it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the world's most noxious fart cloud. So he comes in and he's like, hey, Billy, hey, great job with Pete on the street today. And before I can even like say motherfucker, Billy just kind of like stops him. He's like, well, really, you need to thank fucking Slipknot for that, because like he, I asked him for his help, and he really guided me and helped like shape it into what it was.
Right.
He just kind of looked at me. He's just like, all right, so Pete, anyways, I'm just like, wow, you're a fucking dick.
Is that when you lost it?
No, that wasn't when I lost it. That's when I should have.
I might have at that point.
But so it was one of those days, and I come in, I'm absolutely furious because I'm grabbing more and more audio clips and whatnot. Like I proved myself countless fucking times. Like even when Braden was out and they're like, all right, we'll give Slip a chance here. I had every bit done that they had asked for. I had it done like pretty much in record time within like the first 2 hours of the show, just passing everything by them. Hey, does this sound good? What does this use here? What does this need? And
right, because you've been doing it for years now.
Yeah, and I hadn't, an essence for the show.
Right.
So, again, I get passed over for the producer's job, and they're like, hey, can you get this audio of this? And I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake. I go on the microphone, they're off the air, and I'm like, hey, you know what, man? That's a fucking producer's job. Get your fucking producer to do it. Like, just kind of unleashed a little bit. And afterwards, I'm just like, fuck, I could have handled that a lot better.
Did I just say that?
Yep.
Oops.
Yep. So Pete comes in here, he's like, what the fuck is wrong? I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong? I get passed over for this fucking producer bit, and you're treating me like a fucking producer, but I'm not like the actual fucking producer. What the fuck? He's like, do you want to go home? Do you want to go home? I was like, no, I'm committed to this fucking show for you guys. I'm going to stick around and fucking do this shit for you. I said, but just know I'm not fucking happy about this.
Right? Maybe pay me for my time.
Yeah. And like it was
effort.
Yeah, they thought I was good enough to launch golf balls at for the that Drive for Charity thing that they did. They're like, all right, we're going to put you up in pads. And they're like, oh, we need you to go to this meeting after the show.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, whatever. It gets me a day out of the office. I'm like, whatever, I can go and taunt people, whatever, that's fine.
I was going to say, did you at least have fun taunting people? If they're going to hit balls at you, you might as well be an ass to them.
Yeah, but one of the more pointless things was, Heather was telling me, the news girl, she was telling me, well, there's this meeting afterwards, and I talked to the program director, and he also agreed that it would be a good idea for you to go there and just, kind of get an idea as to, like, what's going to go on for tomorrow, and, that way we can just kind of have everybody be on the same page.
Right.
So, all right, fair enough. Dude, we spent 20 fucking minutes arguing about what hockey jersey I was going to be wearing.
You and the talent? Or
no, just me, because I'm the one
who was arguing?
It was me, the program director, there was one of the promotion guys, and there was somebody else in the room. 20 fucking minutes just going back, just going like, the program director, oh, no, you need to wear a Montreal Canadiens jersey. I'm like, dude, nobody's going to give a fuck. Canadians aren't even in the playoffs right now. Like, no Bruins fan is going to be like, oh, yeah, let's take shots at the Canadian. They're in the playoffs.
Canuck!
Yeah. Like, see, nobody would give a fuck. If it were one of their playoff opponents, like, all right, you've at least got some ground to stand on.
Right.
I'm just like, look, I can wear a fucking Devils jersey and be a lot more of a convincing asshole than anything. They're like, well, no, we can have you wear this Boston College jersey. It's like, again, nobody's going to get pissed off about a Boston College jersey. But like,
why would they want to hit the guy in the BC jersey?
But like, fans of the show know that I'm a Devils fan. And like, they'll be glad to take whacks at somebody that's not a fucking Bruins fan and that does it convincingly. Like, taking the lesson of being like a wrestling heel.
Exactly.
You gotta sell this shit.
Exactly. Go out, throw a few elbow drops, let the crowd know they suck, and move, and then let them attack.
Yeah, or just tell everybody like, hey, fuck it, I'm better than you are. Yeah.
Right. My team is way better than yours. You're gonna deal with it. You're gonna like it too, and I'm gonna remind you that constantly.
Yeah. And so fast forward to the Drive for Charity, I'm wearing a fucking Devils jersey, and I loved every second of it. But it was really funny because I took a shot at the program director like on the air.
Nice. How'd you do?
So he's, they're like, oh, looks like the program director's coming here. He's going to take a couple of shots at Slipknot. I'm just like, well, if his golf game's like his trusting me as a producer, I guess I'm pretty good. Like, I could just